Hello viewers, welcome to Science TV Roundup News with me Ruth Wairimu and my sign language interpreter doing the voicing Erin Chebiwot. A new report by the Elimu Bora working group released as schools begin their third term on August 25th paints a clear picture of Kenya's education system, citing systematic regression. Due to corruption and institutional failures, the report, based on a comprehensive nationwide survey of 370 parents across all 47 counties, claims that education has been turned into a profit-making venture for unscrupulous individuals at the expense of children's basic rights. According to the report, a staggering 90% of public schools are reportedly charging illegal admission fees ranging from 500 to 25,000 shillings, which, among other major issues like questionable procurement, is in direct violation of the constitutional guarantee of free basic education. The Elimu Bora working group has called on the Ministry of Education to address these systemic failures, enforce the free education policy, and implement strict measures to ensure financial transparency and accountability in all public schools.
We have huge management in, huge problem in the management of the affairs of the education. We have several policies, policies that have been developed. Most of them with very good, ideas, very good suggestions that should be used, but their implementation is the problem. Most of those reports, some of those who are entrusted with implementation just cherry pick what they think they want to implement and shelve the others. That's where the problem is.
Kwamba fedha tulizosema zatozwa shuleni za haramu bado zaendelea kutozwa. Wazazi wakiendelea kuumia kutoa hizi fedha za haramu. Hizi fedha za haramu tunaona kwamba zinatumika visivyo. Tunaona kwamba wanafunzi wengi sana wanafukuzwa shule kwa sababu ya hizi fedha za haramu. Wanafunzi wa shule za upili wako katika hali ya kuacha shule kwa sababu ya hizi fedha ambazo zinatozwa na walimu. Wanafunzi kwa kulingana na utafiti ambao tulifanya, tunapata kuna wanafunzi ambao wako nyumbani kwa sababu ya hizi fedha za haramu ambazo zimetozwa kwa njia isiyofaa. Kwa hivyo tunauliza kwamba Ministry of Education iweze kuhakikisha kwamba hizi fedha zinazotozwa za kiharamu zinasimamishwa kwa muda hivi sasa, kuhakikisha kwamba kila mwanafunzi anapata haki yake ya elimu. Vile vile tunaangalia hali ya usalama kwa wanafunzi. Hali ya usalama wa wanafunzi shuleni si hali nzuri. Tunaona kwamba mwaka uliopita tulipoteza watoto 21 katika moto wa shule, na zile ukaguzi ambao ulifanyika ulionyesha kwamba kuna shule ambazo hazina ile standard ambayo inahitajika kuhakikisha kwamba
Former Chief Justice David Maraga has called for the need for inclusive education policies, urging schools to build ramps, adopt assistive technologies, and create learning environments that support children with disabilities. Speaking when he attended the Elimu Bora working group presser on the current state of education in Kenya, he warned that without inclusion, millions of learners would continue to be left behind.
children with disabilities we should even go a step further and assist them so that they are not disadvantaged by reason of their disability. That's why you saw the government, even several years back, came up with a policy that any construction should have a ramp for the disabled so that they don't have problems of crawling over the staircases. So with proper policies, those are the people who should, even more care should be directed to them so that they are not disadvantaged.
Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen has raised concern over a possible rise of terror groups in central Kenya, citing the mass destruction of property during the June-July protests. Speaking at the Jukwaa la Usalama program in Kiambu County, Murkomen urged the judiciary to take the matter seriously, warning that the violent acts witnessed could embolden extremist networks if left unchecked. He further stressed that those who destroyed government offices and torched police stations during the demonstrations would face the full force of the law, adding that his ministry would not allow lawlessness to take root.
And they have serious cover. Every time they are arrested, either politicians threaten public officers, or they organize demonstrations in the name of protecting them. We want to ask the judiciary, the office of the DPP, to continue to be firm. We cannot succeed in the security sector alone. This sector of law, justice and order, or justice, law and order, can only thrive if we work together as a team. And we invite our judges, magistrates to take very serious stand, because a resurgence of gangs in the county, different formations of different gangs, is not going just to affect the people of this county. It's going to compromise our national security. In terms of thriving of this illegal business in wines and spirits, one of the
Democratic for Citizens Party DCP leaders in Nakuru this week strongly criticized Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen for his recent warning that legal action could be taken against their party leader, former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. They described Murkomen's remarks as unnecessary and provocative, insisting that such threats only heighten political tension at a time when the country needs peace and stability. The leaders urged Kenyans to remain calm and avoid divisive rhetoric as they prepare to welcome Gachagua back from his tour of the United States. They emphasized that the opposition leader's return should not be politicized, but instead viewed as an opportunity for dialogue and unity. According to the Nakuru branch, citizens should focus on national cohesion rather than confrontational politics. Gachagua is expected to arrive in Kenya tomorrow, Thursday, after concluding his visit to the US, where he engaged with Kenyans living abroad. During the tour, he shared the DCP's manifesto and outlined the party's long-term vision, including economic reforms and inclusivity in governance. His supporters say his return marks a new chapter in mobilizing grassroots support for the opposition movement.
cannot silence the will of the people. No amount of intimidation, empty threats, or state propaganda will stop Kenyans from rising to reclaim their country. We know their tricks. They want to scare us. They want us to stay home. They want us to kneel. But we refuse. Kenya will not be ruled through fear. Kenya will not be auctioned by cartels. Kenya will not bow to cowards in power. Tomorrow at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, the people will speak in one thunderous voice: enough is enough.
The Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, EACC, has submitted the names of 3 sitting governors and 1 former governor to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, or DPP, for prosecution over alleged corruption and gross misconduct. According to the Commission, it is finalizing investigations into cases involving 5 more sitting governors and 11 former governors linked to the graft-related offenses. The anti-graft body noted that accountability remains at the center of its mandate and that no leader will be spared. At the same time, EACC clarified that it has not abandoned investigations into allegations that members of parliament are receiving bribes to pass laws or impeach leaders, saying the matter is still under active review. On to our other news. The government, through the Ministry of Agriculture, has assured tea farmers in Kericho County and surrounding areas that the Setet hydropower project will be completed on schedule. The plant is expected to ease the burden of high electricity bills on Kenya Tea Development Agency, KTDA, factories, reducing production cost and increasing profits for farmers. Public Service Principal, Secretary for Agriculture, Paul Rono, speaking in Kericho at noon today, outlined the challenges currently facing tea factories and farmers, including rising electricity tariffs and unstable production costs. He emphasized that the ministry is working closely with stakeholders to resolve these issues and provide long-term solutions. Rono further noted that once operational, the Setet plant will not only lower energy costs, but also strengthen the competitiveness of Kenyan tea in international markets. He assured farmers that the government remains committed to supporting their welfare and ensuring the sector continues to thrive as a key driver of the economy. On to our other news. Hopes for lasting peace in Angata Barikoi Transmara South have been reignited after warring communities that have clashed for more than 50 years pledged to embrace reconciliation. The residents have appealed to the government to step in and fairly allocate land in order to end the protracted disputes that have been a source of tension and violence for decades. The renewed call for peace came during a meeting convened by the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, DCIO, area leaders, local residents, and the OCPD. Leaders who attended the session urged both sides to put aside historical grievances and work together in fostering coexistence and mutual understanding for the sake of development in the region. Transmara South Police Commander Tewa Elimu welcomed the move, expressing optimism that the process would finally bring a solution to the long-standing land wrangles. He noted that security agencies are committed to supporting peace-building efforts while also ensuring that law and order prevail as the government considers measures to resolve the disputes.
Kuitwa kwa DCIO imekuwa mkutano ya maana sana, sababu tumeketi na DCIO na OCPD kwa kujadili. Kwangu nikikuja, nilikuwa nakuja na wrong information ya kwamba ni mimi ni mabusu. So ilikuwa ni mazungumzo, na hiyo mazungumzo nimefurahi kwa OCPD na DCIO sababu imeleta picha mzuri ya kupea sisi tuishi pamoja.
Tunatumaini kwamba tutakuwa na usalama wa kutosha. Kwanza tumekubaliana hakuna upande ambaye hajahusishwa. Tumeambiwa wananchi wenyewe watakuwa ma security ya surveyors. Sisi askari tutakuwa tu kando kuangalia. Labda upande ule mwingine tukichunga ng'ombe yetu ya Kenya isiende upande ya Tanzania. So far tunajua kutakuwa na usalama ya kutosha. Sasa wananchi wasiwe na wasiwasi na wasikuja na silaha yoyote.
Kwa leo tumeshukuru ya kwamba siku ya leo kwa sababu tumekutana na serikali na tumeelewana sasa na serikali, tunaenda kwa taratibu. Sisi ni security, sisi majenzi angata vijana tuko nyuma, tufuate safea, tuende na hawa. Tukifika mahali ambaye iko maneno tunasuluhisha na wasee na watu wa angata, tuende namna hiyo. Tunashukuru.
That's all we had for you on our roundup news. You've been with me, Ruth Wairimo, and my language interpreter doing the voicing, Irene Chebiot. Have a nice evening and goodbye.